Welcome and thank you for becoming an Inspire user. I'm Chris Wallerman, founder and CEO of Inspire Software. And today I'm going to show you some best practices for how to learn Inspire and keep it really simple. That's going to be the main theme of this. So I'm going to show you the home page here. With this home page, you have 3 widgets. You can drag them around. And really focusing on the top left, we're going to talk about the Quick Start widget first. We have a few tasks here along with some videos that are usually 2 to 4 minutes long. And this may differ a little bit based on your company and what their priorities are. But most folks are going to have an add new objective entry. So when you click on that, on the show me, this is going to bring up the video and you can play. And then once you are finished with that, go ahead and click on the Inspire icon in the upper left. That's always going to bring you back home. And so once you've watched that video, you should now be able to go to the objective widget. And you have the green plus button here if you already have objectives. If you don't have any objectives and this is your first one, let's just click on sample objectives. And down here, you may have some more based on, again, what your company is set up, but we're going to click on Learn Inspire Software, hit the Add Selected button, upper right corner. And now we have our first objective in the system. So you can click on the title here. This is going to bring up the sidebar where you can see the different key results. You have your description, and as you start planning tasks or doing check-in progress updates, you'll see some data down here. Let's go ahead, since we've watched a few videos now, you've probably watched the welcome, and as you finish this video with me, you can do a check-in, and that's going to allow you to update progress. So that complete the Quick Start widget tasks, you have 75%, or I do on my screen. You might have a different number here, but I'm going to go ahead and put 75 here. And then with each of these videos, you actually get 10% credit against the 10 new videos. So since I've watched 3 of them, I'm going to change this to 30%. And then you have a default status update here. The best practice is really to clarify what you did. So I'm going to say, watch the first 3 videos. And then hit check-in. A flag is if you want to have this report up the chain to the strategic narrative. So you can go in and say this was a big win, a setback or initiative. This is something your organization is probably going to have a standard on. So we'll just leave it alone for right now. Okay, so I've checked in and I've got progress on my objective now. And so really the next thing you want to do is, as you go in, spend 3 to 5 minutes each week, look at your objectives, and think about what's the 1 or 2 high impact tasks I can do to make progress on this objective this week. And if your company has enabled AI, you can go over here to the ellipsis button where the 3 dots are and say suggest tasks with Inspire AI Assistant. And it's going to come up and look at your progress on your key results and suggest some things, like the first one is to finish the remaining Quick Start tasks. And then the next one is suggesting launch 2 new courses. So I'm going to go ahead and just select those 2 and say add selected tasks. And now I've got these. And if I wanted to go look at the courses, you have this, what we call the waffle icon over here in the upper right. We're going to click on the waffle, find learning. Your organization may not have all the modules enabled, but you should have learning. And when I go over to learning, at the top, we have the learning library, and under categories, find Inspire, and just view all Inspire courses. And these are where the 10 that we're talking about for learning will show up. And there are a few extra here. Most of the ones that you have in your Quick Start are showing as well. So complete a few of those. And then what's really nice is what we have is auto check-in. So once I sign off on this task that I've completed those 2 courses, I can click on this little blue button here where it says click here to check in, and notice that in the status update it puts completed, launch, and complete 2 new courses. So it's helpful to plan a task, complete it, do the auto check-in, and then all you really need to do is come down here and say, all right, I've done 2 more, so I'm now at 50%. Check in, and we're good to go. So really the only area that we haven't made progress in is exploring the knowledge base. There are a couple ways to do that. We're going to use the blue icon in the upper right first, which is right here. and go to online help. And so this is our knowledge base, and it's going to default to the home page. You can go in here and just type a search like key results, and it's going to give you all the possible articles related to key results. The other way, and this does come up in a new tab, by the way, so you can come over to your tab in the browser, get back home, and then we also have this chat bot. And this is a nice way, which also taps into the knowledge base, but you can just ask questions like, how do I add a numeric key result? And it's going to come back with some concise information on giving you some overview, as well as usually links to references in the knowledge base. So if I click on this, it's going to take me right to that article and hopefully give you the help that you need. So using Inspire for a few minutes each week to plan a few tasks, to do check-ins, is really all you need to get going on learning how to use it. And as long as you're doing it weekly, you're not going to forget by putting big gaps between the time that you use, just like any tool. So I really appreciate you becoming an Inspire user and look forward to helping you achieve your goals. Thank you.